So the headphones work, the mic doesn't, but that's cool. Thanks, Spencer. Yeah, and you can all hear us okay, all right, bro. Well, look, so first of all, thanks so much for coming along to this session. So we're sort of guiding through the gears here, just in case you haven't noticed. So we started with Callie this morning, who talked about relationships with AI. We've done our town hall. We've done a really cool debate with a couple of our students and young professionals as well about AI. And it's sort of moving towards actually how can this stuff really help me? And what sort of things can AI give me that's just going to give me some time back, give me some productivity. So that's what this is all about, basically. Before I introduce the session, I just want to say thanks to the guys at Lighthouse who are making everything sort of happen for us from an AV point of view. So thank you so much. And all the other people that kind of make this show what it is, from ICC Birmingham to West Midlands Convention Bureau and everyone else that helps us. I point towards our captioning. That's really, really important, which is a bit of an experiment on AI as well, because it's coming up with all sorts of things. It's mostly good, and every now and again gets something that I say wrong and in a hilarious way. So keep an eye on that, because it's quite entertaining more than anything. But in the meantime, and that's all about accessibility for us. We're trying to go on this journey to make the show more accessible, and especially the content that we put out as well. So we're talking about productivity, and we're talking about hacks. And what I'll do is I'll ask Neil and Lisa to introduce themselves. And then what they're going to do is they're just going to attack you with ideas. So get your phones where you can see them, QR codes and scribbles and things like that, because it's going to come quite fast. We've called it 10 hacks in 30 minutes. It's going to be closer to about a lot more than those 10, all right? So if you're ready for that, we'll do it like that. So first of all, a massive round of applause of a welcome to Neil and Lisa, and then I'm going to ask you guys to introduce yourselves and take it from there. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Al. Hello, everyone. As Al said, this is going to be a whistle-stop tour through hacks. Neil's going to be kind of hitting it from a more conventional point of view, whereas I'm going to be talking more about AI. There are lots of QR codes in here, but do not worry if you don't capture them all. This is my LinkedIn here, so feel free to connect with me or follow me on LinkedIn. I will be posting posts about this session and the hacks we talk about as in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. But I'm Lisa, digital event specialist, freelance in the industry. I specialise in virtual events and virtual streams. I do everything from your engagement platform builds through to engagement strategy.
Hello everyone, I am Neil Thompson from the Delegate Wranglers. We're a community, for anybody who doesn't know us, we're a community for the event industry. We are looking after buyers and suppliers and everyone from both sides. And we're basically trying to do good for the industry, try and connect people, do lots of events and lots of educational stuff as well.
Perfect. All right, let's get going.
So,
okay, pre-engagement.
Where are we? Pre-engagement, right everybody. So, we come from, it's one of my big buzzwords is pre-engagement of an event when you're putting it on. And one of the things we always say is, why wait until the first coffee break before you've got to speak to anyone at an event? And everybody does it. You know, the traditional route is, you know, getting people to sign up, getting them to register, sending them a bit of information, pre-departure information, and then see you at the event. So we believe there is another way of pre-engaging with people. So the way we do that is by, as you'll see on the screen there, we set up private Facebook groups for people that is exclusive to the people who are coming to the event. And what that gives you the opportunity to do is, you'll see that on the screen, it allows you to do speaker biogs, supplier and sponsors information and promote them, you know, getting to know them, do fun things with them, engage with the people. It depends on the event, obviously, but you can do gamification stuff. You can ask them for ideas about content. You can kind of moderate discussions. There's so many things you can do, so many videos you can run about, you know, showing what it was like last year, updates about the weather and how to get there, or any last minute information, logistical information. So we use that a lot, and it absolutely works a dream for us.
Amazing. Right, so I'm going to hit it from a event tech side of things. So I work with a lot of engagement platforms, and pre-engagement is really, really important to ensure that you've got buy-in from your audience during the live event, but also to build a community for your event if you do it year on year. So these are just a few that I recommend and that I work with. In the industry, we see a lot of data fragmentation still, where we use a certain system for registration and then a certain system for speaker management or something like that. And these systems kind of do it all. So it all ties it in. Your data is going to be much, much clearer, and it's going to be a lot easier to analyze your data post-event as well. A lot of these as well have great integration. So I imagine a lot of you in the room use Cvent. A lot of them can integrate with these platforms as well. So all of your registration data can be fed through, and everything is in one place. All your comms are coming from one place as well. So I would recommend, I mean, it's a great solution, the Facebook groups. I love that. And I think this whole session, they're all great tips. It's just how you work and how you want to use them. So these are just 4 that I recommend. Some of them work better for different industries. For example, SpotMe is great for pharmaceutical events. Click is great for virtual events only. So if you haven't scanned them, take a photo. You've got the logos now.
Lisa, can I ask you, SpotMe, is that the one where you can find out where people are at a big, large congress and things like this? Because I remember something like that starting a long, long time ago. Is that what it is?
The platforms have been around for so long, and one that comes to mind for me is SwapCard. SwapCard was one that first started really using AI for matchmaking, and I had a steep learning curve actually using that, because the AI matchmaking only really works if your delegates fill out the information and their profile, and I was thinking, God, even my own profile, these matches don't really work for me, but actually that's one thing you have to do to get really good engagement on your apps, is do that. But so many of the apps do it now. SpotMe not so much on what your question was, but a lot of them, so many of them do.
Cool. Right, is it on me? Okay, so cutting through the noise. So I can't actually see it, but this is the one about your basically your LinkedIn profile. So hands up anyone who's got a LinkedIn profile that looks like the one at the top with all the numbers and the things. You don't have to be like that. You can make yourself and start it as your journey with branding to look a little bit better. So if you scan the, I'm not going to go through it now because we haven't got the time, but there's a step. I've scanned it basically. I use a program called Scribe, and it allows you to do standard operating procedures step by step. It screen captures. If you scan that code, it will talk you through how to change your LinkedIn profile so it can look super professional and basically say what your company does. Mine says like Neil Thompson, Delegate Wranglers, or whatever it says. So that's a really useful one for you there. Next slide, please. Cutting through the noise. This is another quick one for you as well. Anyone who puts out content on social media and LinkedIn and does newsletters, give us a little hands up. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to say to most people in the room do this. 125 ideas from a company called Brevo, who we use for our newsletters, of content. Honestly, it is so good. So you can see some of the things on the screen there, sharing a case study, share what you publish, getting to know. But there's so many other things like blog posts, interviews with the team, sending a letter from a key member of the team, profiles on people. Honestly, 125 ideas there to kickstart your content. And trust me, some of them are absolutely brilliant. Some of them you'll know about, some of them you won't. But there'll be something in there for everyone.
I hadn't heard of this when we were planning this session, and I went on and I was like, this is amazing, thank you so much. So definitely have to take a look at this one. Okay.
Next, I am rushing through these because we're going to have to be quite quick. Cutting through the noise. So again, this is a LinkedIn text formatter. So basically, everyone's LinkedIn post, the text looks the same. It gives you no ability to make anything bold or large or italics like it does on Facebook or Instagram and stuff. If you scan that QR code, that goes to a company called Typegrow, I think it's called this one. There are a few others as well. And basically you just copy your the text that you want to put on your LinkedIn post into it. And it gives you lots of different formats for the text. So some of them will have like italics, some of them will be in like all capitals with bold, things like this. Now, and all you do is just copy and paste that into your LinkedIn post. It's so easy, so intuitive, you'll see what I mean. All I would say is use it wisely. I've over-egged it with my example there, with using 3 different types. But just use it for maybe your title or for something for emphasis in the middle. Less is more. less is more, definitely. Okay.
Give it a minute to catch up. Here we go. Okay, I just want to see, does anybody recognize any of these logos? Okay. Does anybody want to volunteer what logos they do recognize? Yeah. Any of the others? No. Okay. So we have ChatGPT, Opus Clip, Leonardo, and Synthesia. They are all different forms of AI that you can use in your events. I'm not going to go through all of them, but do have a look at them. I'll give you kind of an overview of what each one does very quickly. ChatGPT, I think we all know, generative AI for creating content. It's great as a proofreader as well. Content is not my thing. I'm not a great writer, so ChatGPT is literally my PA when it comes to proofreading things. Another tip, which is not AI, but is a great one, I don't know if anyone uses it on Outlook, but if you highlight your text and right-click, there is a read aloud tool, and it will read the email back to you. So you can then see if there's any typos, if there's any words, spelling mistakes, anything like that. And it's a great tool if you know, sometimes you read over and over an email and you think, God, I can't read it anymore, I think it's fine. And then it reads it out to you and you think, right, yeah, I did miss
The
something.
grammar checker on Word is really good if anybody uses
Yes.
it now. It's changed so much, it doesn't just check for typos, it gives you other alternative ways
Yeah,
to say things as well.
Exactly, it's brilliant. Opus Clip. So I am a massive advocate. I love virtual events. They are my thing. Very passionate about them. But if you are doing a face-to-face event only, it's to record your content. Doesn't have to be all of your content, even if it is a couple of sessions, but it is brilliant to be able to repurpose it for attendees that couldn't attend, or even use it for promotion in future events. Opus Clip is a godsend. What you do is you upload a long form video, say 45-minute session. It will throw back 15 short clips for you to then use on your socials. It can add captions, it can generate AI B-roll for you to make the videos really dynamic. It is amazing to save time. And like I say, you get like 15 clips from a 45-minute video, which you've then got content for the rest of the month when you're promoting your future
I've used
events.
it as well. Opus.
Brilliant,
Really
isn't
good,
it?
yeah.
I think you get 25 free short videos a month. So, and it's really good value for money anyway, if you did need more than that. Leonardo is a image and video generator, and then Synthesia is an AI avatar generator. This one is kind of a bit out there. They have stock avatars that you can use where you just input your own script, but they also have a system where it's a custom avatar where you work with an actor, you film them, and then you create your own avatar, look, tone, everything like that. I have actually used these in pharma events where it's really hard to get a patient case study for live events, and we've used an AI-generated avatar to be able to tell a story to make the whatever the discussion points are a bit more relatable. So these are four that I really like. But just before I move over to Neil again, there is one other thing I want to show you, which is Toolify, and it's a little video. This is basically like a Google search for AI products. So you type in what you want, say AI proofreader, I think is this one. It will literally throw out loads of great tools for you. And there are so many on there. So it may be a little bit overwhelming, but I think Pippa in the last session made a really good point of find the tools that work for you. And this is just a great way to kind of play with different tools, get used to them, and find the ones that work for you. All right.
So just on that as well, we had Felicia from CVent talking at...
I've gone too far.
You gone too far?
No, sorry, it's me still, Neil.
Oh, I'll just jump in on while I'm talking about that. We had Felicia from CVent at an event for us talking about AI and how to use it. And she came up with a really good way of looking at ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever you use. Treat it as your buddy. Treat it as someone you would ask for a bit of advice. You don't have to always take it on board. You can pick little bits from it. You can lean on them when you need some assistance to do some menial task. But it's so useful in so many ways. And it doesn't have to be all AI or not AI. You can choose bits of what you want to. So just try and think of it slightly different and try and integrate it into your day. It will save you so much time, trust me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely. No, absolutely. And that's why I think it's probably been said a lot today, but use AI to make your life easier and more efficient.
Yeah.
That's what we're all saying, aren't we?
Not
So,
to replace you.
exactly that, yeah. Okay, so this, just another one on me. Has anybody in here used Lineup Ninja before? Yeah, so it is a fabulous tool. It's a program management tool which just makes your life so much easier. It uses AI to make program suggestions, but it also uses AI to kind of look for any clashes. So if you've got speakers that are doing several sessions in a program, it will literally look if their timings clash or anything like that. It's really, really smart. But what it does really well, and this isn't really AI, it's more a tech tip, but you're able to integrate your program onto digital signage. So when you update your program or any agenda items during the live event, it will automatically update onto your digital screens. I worked with First Sight Media on this, our friends at First Sight Media.
Love First Sight Media.
Yeah, brilliant. And this was at a conference. I project managed this one, or production management, and it was just fantastic. I still see sometimes at conferences where people are printing agendas still, and I think as soon as you print it, it's out of date. What are what we all know, you print it and then 10 minutes later you get an email saying I need to change my session time or something like that. This just eliminates all of that. It just makes everything more efficient and up to date and keeps everybody in the know.
Right, so here's some quick ones for you, everyone. And apologies, anybody who's been at a couple of sessions for me has seen some of these before. I've put QR codes on for all of them, so take the whole lot or take them all individually. First of all, WhatsApp for desktop. Anyone who isn't using this already, you should be, because it stops you, if you're working, it stops you picking up your phone and doing it. You can do everything you do on the phone, sending videos, communication. It's a really cheap, free and easy and familiar thing, something we're all familiar with. It's really easy to use. Canva, don't need to say anything. Everything on the Delegate Wranglers has been built and designed on Canva. Fact, everything. It's the best 120 quid you would spend getting the paid version of it. The AI generated images that it does now, just knockout, honestly. And we had a session yesterday where we were explaining about some of the things that are impacting the industry and people in general. And one of them was image rights. Be careful not to get caught out on something that you picked from the web. We used something that was sent to us by one of our clients as a legitimate image, and then suddenly we had this company called Pixie coming after us saying, you haven't licensed that photo. And we were like, well, we got it from a client who had licensed it. And all I'm saying is be careful with your images, because I think AI is not the enemy, but these companies are using AI to target and to try and find images that are being used by people unlicensed. But if you use Canva, and particularly if you generate AI images, that's really safe. The next one you probably can't see on the screen, it's called My Airbridge. This is a WeTransfer killer. So it's a lot cheaper than WeTransfer. It's a lot more nifty. And even the paid version, I can't remember how much it is. It's something like 50 quid a year. It's not even a lot of money. Allows you to have expiry dates of never expire and things like that, and can store things on you. And it's super cool to use as well, gotta say. So we've moved over to using My Airbridge, and I'm not on commission, by the way, for any of these. Very quickly, TinyWow is full of tools. I think you had a look. Did you have a look at this one?
This was another one I didn't know about.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, brilliant.
Hundreds and hundreds of conversion tools, and I can't even explain it. Just go there and have a look and get lost for ages. Small PDF does what it says on the tin, produces any PDFs that you send. Real-time trains, this one, I tell everybody about this one. Does anybody get trains to and from London, and you know what it's like, platform's not announced, and it's like on your marks, get set, go, and then everybody's off. Real-time trains, you put in the station that you're at, the date, and it comes up with all the platform information of your train. You see those smug people who are standing by a platform going, I know, I'm one of them. But you do have, disclaimer, you do have to check it, and keep checking it, keep refreshing it, and things like this. Trust me, it's what the train companies use. So, anyway, and it's free as well, by the way. Scribe is what I mentioned earlier. That is the standard operating procedure thing. Trust me, this is about 200 quid, I'm going to say. But it's unbelievable. If you onboard people in your company, or if you send out customer service guides, how-tos, things like that, It literally, you set it running, and it will kind of better than screen record your window. Every time you press a click on something, it will come up as a step with an annotated click for that step, and then you can write next to it. You can change the image. It's unbelievable. Trust me, you'll see when you look at some of the things that I've sent you there, you'll see that I've done them using Scribe. It's knockout. And the one you've been loved is basically templates, lots of Google Sheets templates of like diary planners, and unbelievable. And they're about the most expensive ones, like £5, but trust me, they look so cool and everything. And I've got, before I go, because I know we're running out of time, I've got a couple that didn't make the cut. One is blue light reading glasses. If anyone's using reading glasses, get blue light ones overnight because they're really good for your eyes and they stop the screen glare if you're looking at them. Get them. Walking meetings are really good. Healthy things to do. Go, instead of just having a meeting in a room with somebody, go for a walk and have a walk and a talk. It's really good for everything. 2 screens at home will change your life. If you haven't got 2 screens, what are you doing? Honestly, it will change your life. And then my favourite ones, like two favourite non-work related ones. One is I can roll a towel, so it makes it feel like I'm in a spa. You know, you go to a spa and you get a towel. I'll teach anyone how to do that. And speed folding a t-shirt. Are you aware of this? Does anybody know how to do this? Where you grab it in 3 places? Oh, it will change your life. Come and see me. Come and see me and I'll show you how to do it. That's me done. I'm out of them.
I love the 2 screen one, but it does make your life difficult when you then have to take calls from a hotel room.
And you're on one screen.
Yeah, and I was like, I need to be looking at different things and I can't.
But I've seen that you can buy these lightweight clip-on ones now. I'm going to get one of them.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
I know we are running out of time. This next one, does anybody in here use a project management system? Monday.com, Asana, Notion, nice. So I love Notion. It's brilliant. It has a feature called Notion AI, where it can generate content for you, agendas, all that sort of thing. But what I did for this session in particular, move on to this little video. There we go. I love it when we get to watch it think. I put a prompt in here asking it to create a project plan for CHS Birmingham. And it took about, once I'd written the prompt and AI had done its thinking, it probably took about 7 minutes to do the whole thing and screen record this. And in a minute, it will show you exactly what it spat out. So this is a project plan that it spat out. All the tasks, the different categories that it falls in, responsibility columns, deadline dates, and then notes column. This can be a lot more extensive if you want it to be. You just have to edit the prompt, add in the things that you want. But it just gives you a good starting point when it comes to project planning. Obviously, it uses AI data from the web to kind of bring in the tasks. So you do have to sense check these, of course. You do, with everything with AI needs to have human review. I think we all agree on that. Do never put anything out that you haven't looked at first. But it is an amazing starting point, and I just wanted to give you kind of an overview of how quick it can be. And if anyone is interested, I have put the prompt that I used here. You would just need to go in and edit the details for your own event, and then you are good to go. Pop it into Notion, or I know Monday.com have an AI integrated into their system and stuff now, so I'm sure they probably all do it. All right. Move on. Okay, and then this is something we just wanted to leave you with. So 14 minutes and 24 seconds is 1% of your day. So like I say, I love virtual events, I love event tech, and I'm a massive AI fan. But, and I think it's been said, like, if you get on board with AI, you will keep up. And I think a lot of people are nervous about their jobs and stuff like that with AI coming in. AI is not going to keep your job. AI is not going to take your job, But if you could get on board, you're going to have a lot more opportunities moving forward. So use just 1% of your day to learn something new, whether it's a podcast, reading something, listening to or joining a webinar, coming to an event like this. So I feel like I'm talking to the wrong people because you are literally doing this right now. So that's fabulous. But I do have a couple of one-pagers as well on resources that I would recommend of where to read about AI, people to follow on LinkedIn, that kind of thing. So if you are interested in any of that, just drop me a message on LinkedIn. I'm more than happy to share it with you. Neil?
That's us.
Yeah, anything else?
No, I think we covered everything. As I say, AI is your friend, definitely. It's not going to take your job. It's going to make you look better. And I think that's the view we need to have of it as well, because it's certainly, I'm trying to use it to make me look better.
Yeah, definitely me too.
Right. So thank you, everyone, anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Round of applause for and that's a lot of hacks. Thank you so much. Right, was that okay, everyone? Did we? Yeah, brilliant. Right, so you get to eat. One of the great things about CHS is they feed you. They care about your nourishing of your body and your soul as well. So you get to eat now, but do come back at 1:45, which is the sort of the other town hall thing that we're doing, which is all the answers from this morning and a lot more as well. But until then, have a lovely show, eat well, and see you this afternoon. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.